Hey guys, what is up? Hannibal here. We are back in Mass Effect 2. Alright, so I've taken the I forgot the word all of a sudden. The initiative, that'll work, of already getting us back onto Ilium, because there was no need to watch the cutscene of flying back onto Ilium again. Because we've already seen it a few times now. But that's all I've done, so you don't have to worry about that. And we're gonna do 2 missions this time around, and not worry about how long it takes. We're gonna recruit the Justicar, and we're gonna do Miranda's loyalty mission. So no matter what, we are doing that mission, those 2 missions. Could be as long as the longest episode we did in Mass Effect 1, which was 2.5 hours. I'm hoping it's more like 2 hours, but if it ends up being longer than that, like I said, we're doing those 2 missions no matter what, so we can do the Shadow Broker next time around, which is going to be awesome. I'm super excited for that. But first we do need to talk to Liara one more time. She has one more mission for us that we can do. And if you're wondering what we did last time, you should probably go watch it. Watch all these episodes first before you just go right in the middle of the season. Not season, that's a horrible word for it. You wouldn't start in the middle of a game, so you wouldn't want to start right in the middle of all the episodes. But anyways, on point, last time around, we did a whole bunch of assignment missions on Ilium. We saw Krogan spouting poetry at somebody he loves. And then we went and got the assassin, Thane Krios. Alright, so that's what we did last time, and now let's go talk to Liara.
It's good to see you again.
We got some data for her last time around.
What can I do for you?
And because of that data, we can do one more thing for her.
The data you gave me was extremely helpful. It gave me a target. The Shadow Broker has several contacts here on Ilium. The most powerful is someone called the Observer. Taking down the Observer will put me closer to the Shadow Broker. I could use your help.
Quite an interesting name, the Observer.
Tell me what I can do to help.
Your data pointed me at logs kept by Shadow Broker agents. The logs were deleted, but it may be possible to reconstruct some of it. The Shadow Broker is cautious. His agents are referred to only by their title and race.
My inquiries have narrowed the Observer down to one of 5 operatives. A Turian, a Solarian, a Krogan, a Batarian, and a Vorcha.
It's probably not the Vorcha.
Find the list.
Vorcha are too dumb.
Strike.
Do you know anything else?
Specifics on these agents?
I'm afraid not. Nyxeris was lucky to get as much as she did.
I was happy to help, ma'am.
The data is our only hope of determining which one is the Observer. And if we wait too long, they'll all disappear.
I'll reconstruct the data and tell you what I find.
Thank you, Shepard. When you find something, call me on the radio channel we used in the old days.
Will do.
I can't risk handling this in person.
I'll talk to you later, Liara.
Alright. So we're going to want to get all the data points before we just give her a target. There we go. This is data point 5. The Vorcha trader has requested no further contact with the Solarian. Solarian is becoming more trouble than he is worth. Observer recommends a kill, but she may have a grudge. Okay, so right there, that lets something slip. Observer recommends a kill, but she may have a grudge. The Observer is a she. Right there, that lets something slip. But it's obviously not the Vorcha or the Solarian, and we just found out that the Observer is a female.
I need minimal heat increase and speed. I have extremely high performance requirements.
Alright, let's see here. We're just waiting now for the right code segment to appear. There we go. Data point 3. The Turian's asking too many questions. Observer recommends terminating him and framing assassin or Solarian contact. So it's not the Turian, because the Turian, obviously the Observer is recommending killing him, and it's a him, not a her. And there's a terminal in here to hack. Data point 2. Smuggler and assassin have refused to work with the Vorcha due to lack of trust. Odd to see scruples from the men at this point. Interesting. That didn't really tell us much, though. There's 2 more terminals to hack.
Do you have anything flashier? I want something that says, I own this room.
Alright, that was easy enough. Really quick, too. It's always nice when that happens. Let's see, what was that? Data point 4. During contact working well with the traitor, Observer has rescinded kill order against him given difficulty in securing contact with the traitor through other methods. So the Turian is working alongside the Vorcha. And let's see, 1 more
How
terminal.
can you short sell on prefabs after these human colony attacks? They're going to see a ton of business.
Let's see
I thought it
here.
was a charity business, followed by a freeze as new colony plans dry up. Just watch. Down, down.
Here we go. Data point 1. Traitor tried to kill the Batarian. Claims it was because he hates slavers, but the men were more likely fighting over money. So we don't have enough information on any of them.
Did you get any information on the Observer?
None of the suspects fit.
All 5 of the suspects are male. The observer is female. Something's not right. Who gave you this lead?
My assistant, Nixeris. She got the information. Nixeris gave me the information.
Yep.
Nixeris, could I see you in here for a moment? Shepard, I'll talk to you later.
We may want to quick run over there just to find out what's happening here. Alright, quickly though. Nixeris, there's a lot of suspicion on her at the moment. We'll go assassination cloak. Do a even split all the way down for her, and let's upgrade her drone to be able to attack people. And then we'll throw a save down because that's important. Gotta remember to do that more often.
Shepard, it's good to see you again. Nixeris had some interesting data hidden away. Thank you, Shepard. I wouldn't have caught her without you. I'm 1 step closer to the Shadow Broker thanks to you. Here. Nixeris was very well compensated.
Oh, I'm sure.
You need it more than I do.
Did you have any trouble with Nixeris?
She was very talented. I imagine that had she been ordered to assassinate me, I'd never seen her coming. But her barriers needed practice. Practice I'm afraid she won't be getting.
So what happens
What's
now?
the next step in your hunt?
Now I gather information, peel away layers of lies, and shine light into the shadows. And when I find the Shadow Broker, I hit him with a biotic field so strong that what's left of his body will fit into a coffee cup.
Do you
Is
need
there
help?
anything else you need from me?
No, you've done enough. If I find anything useful, I'll let you know. For now, I need to do what I do. No. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Not at the moment.
I'll talk to you later, Liara.
Well, it makes sense now why they're called the Observer. Because guess what? They've been observing
This is the best.
Liara the whole time. Right
But you're certain
beside her. So the reason why I'm going back to Eternity is because there's a really funny conversation that a human, a Turian, and a Solarian are having. They're having a bachelor party, and we gotta listen to it. And then we'll go and recruit the Justicar. We've got to listen to this conversation.
I still don't see why we're here. Solarians do not get married. My family simply negotiated a reproduction contract.
Whatever. It's the closest you guys get to a wedding. And that means you get a bachelor party. End of story.
I don't understand. Humans celebrate wedding contracts by tempting infidelity?
Apparently.
It makes no sense.
Calm down, man. Don't embarrass me in front of the stripper.
What do Turians do? Do Turians do this too?
I'm just here for the drinks.
You said that bachelor parties are for very close friends. We're just co-workers.
We've been co-workers for 5 years, though. Aren't Solarian years like dog years?
Okay, now that's offensive.
Solarians don't live very long, but yeah, that's a little
I
offensive.
appreciate the gesture, but my people don't even have sex drives the way humans do.
Uh-huh. Take a look at that, man. Everybody likes the Asari. Everybody.
But we actually reproduce by... My word, she is very limber. I can appreciate her dancing in an aesthetic manner, but I don't have feelings of...
Uh-huh.
She is a lovely shade of blue.
Okay, that makes my legs hurt just watching it. And my knees are meant to bend that way.
This isn't as bad as I'd feared. It's actually... Is it warm in here?
Okay. You see that bit there?
The little divot in her abdomen?
It's called a belly button. Humans and Asari have them, and you're gonna be doing shots out of it later tonight.
That can't be sanitary.
Not the point, man.
I can understand why I might find Asari attractive, but how can they be attractive to humans too? They look just like Solarians.
No, they don't.
What? They look exactly like us. I'm not seeing the Solarian thing at all. At all.
You're both wrong. Asari look just like blue Turians. Look at the head fringe.
Wait. You don't think they're like mind controlling us to see them as attractive, do you?
Please be quiet. You're going to ruin Asari for me. And there aren't many Turian women on Ilium.
Well, I suppose watching just one more dance wouldn't hurt.
That's the spirit.
As long as I'm not paying for the drinks.
I think that's the end
I
of
still
it.
don't see why we're
Yep.
here. Solarians do not get married.
I don't know. I don't know why I find that conversation so funny. It's just... It's the three cultures colliding at a so-called bachelor party at a club. It's just funny to me. You have the human who's out for a good time, the Turian who just wants to get drunk, and the Solarian that's just confused as to why he's there.
Let's do it.
I just find it funny. Hopefully you can get some enjoyment out of it too. Alright, now we're off to go find
I know the data is
Justicar.
vital
Although
to
we
the
need to talk to
Caruso
this
family.
person first. We found his data.
What is it? I'm in the middle of an important call.
I overheard you talking. Is this the data you're looking for?
The Caruso Generational Archive. You found it.
I did.
Thank you. My whole family has been worried. That data is irreplaceable. I didn't think I'd get it back from Nasana's corporate building.
Why is it so
Why is
important?
this data so important anyway?
It's a genetic history for the entire Caruso family. It's used for high-level reproductive negotiations. It would be like a human pedigree, I suppose. Without it, you're bargaining from a greatly weakened position. Losing this would have hurt my family for generations, maybe even destroyed it.
That sucks.
If this data is so important, why didn't you have backups?
We did. A rival family introduced a computer virus and our techs were sloppy. The virus destroyed all our data. I just spent a fortune getting the data recovered and reconstructed when Nasana went crazy. We live in a world of infinite data redundancy. To lose something so important because of one crazy Asari?
Well, I'm glad I could help.
There's your data. I hope it helps your family.
You have no idea, human. I don't know who you are or how you got it, but thank you. Here, for your trouble. Blessings be upon you. You've certainly blessed us.
I think he goes back on the phone too. Well, let's see here. Maybe walk away for a second. No, alright. We'll walk by him again eventually and he'll say something along the lines of like, don't worry, we're gonna be fine. Something just happened, or some guy just gave us the data, found the data for us, blah blah blah. Alright, so we are needing to talk to
These are the terminus systems.
Officer Dara.
Dangerous. Can I help you with something?
You
I'm
can.
looking for an Asari warrior named Samara.
Wait, why? Do you have a problem, or did she kill somebody already?
No, I only want to talk.
Relax. I just need to speak with her.
Good. Samara's the first Justicar I've seen on Ilium. If I'm lucky, things will stay peaceful. She went to the commercial spaceport a few hours ago. If you want to get there, the pedestal on that balcony will summon a cab. Just be polite when you meet her. Justicars embody our highest laws, and they usually stay in Asari space. She's not used to dealing with aliens.
Is Samara really that dangerous?
Yes.
If you follow the laws, you've got nothing to fear, and a Justicar would die without hesitation to protect the innocent. But their code orders them to stop lawbreakers, with lethal force in most cases, and everyone skirts the law somehow on Ilium. If someone tried to bribe her, she'd be obliged to gun them down as a matter of honor. I'm hoping to avoid that.
No kidding.
Why are you worried about other species coming into contact with her?
Because they're not governed by Asari law.
Sorry, none of us questions it. But if she killed a human, do you think the Alliance would understand her actions and respect her authority? You can't even figure out your own religions. It's a big diplomatic incident just waiting to happen.
Yep.
Tell me about the Justicars.
They're a monastic order. They've given up their families and possessions to follow their code. Most of them are on some lifelong mission, but they'll always stop to deal with any injustice they encounter, which can be a problem. In some ways, they're a lot like the Spectres, undertaking personal missions.
Who governs them?
Spectres are authorized by the Council. Who do Justicars represent?
Their code.
What? That's like, I don't know, a good human metaphor. They represent their code, our code. It's closer to a religious group than a legal branch. No law-abiding Asari would question a Justicar's orders. Nobody becomes a Justicar for personal gain. And they die before breaking their oaths.
Where did she go?
I'm looking for Samara.
Like I said, she's at the commercial spaceport.
Alright.
You can hail a cab at the pedestal on that balcony over there.
So we're dealing with a very, very intense, sort of semi-religious, incredibly honor-bound, fanatical warrior. We're just picking up all sorts of people to go on a suicide mission. They're not all bad though. You know what? I don't use Tally that much, and I kind of enjoyed using Tally the last time I went to go get Thane, so I'm gonna use Tally again. And we haven't brought Thane along yet, so let's bring him. And let's see here. Actually, I'll leave that on Tally, but I'm gonna deselect her for a moment so I can get Thane a little bit bigger. I kind of like that outfit a little bit better. So he's not loyal to me yet, but I have a secondary outfit for him. It doesn't look too much different. If it looks just enough different, I think I'm going to keep that instead. And I'm starting to like Tally's outfit that I have for her better. Or at least not necessarily better, but as much. I'm starting to get used to the little more armored version of it. It looks good. He's a pretty strong biotic, so he has throw and warps. I like throw. He might be the only one actually that has throw. I'm not a fan of pull. Pull is useless to me. Warp is pretty good. Let's see. There we go. What do we want to upgrade? We can make him into a marksman, increase his health or weapon damage. His health is pretty low actually, only 200. Let's see. Warp. Warp damage is usually increased. Increase the blast radius when warp detonates biotic effects. Interesting. Or throw. Fling a single enemy with unparalleled momentum, smashing its walls with hurricane force. Or throw field. Your mastery of biotic throws allows you to hurl multiple targets into the air simultaneously. That could be useful. His health is rather low though. He should be fairly agile. Let's go. I'm gonna do throw field. And then yeah, that'll work. I'm okay with that. Still haven't really needed to use the cane. I don't want to waste it because of the ridiculous amount of damage output it can do.
Where do you think you're going?
I'm taking my goods to Omega, Detective.
No, you're
not going anywhere, Merchant. Not until I solve this murder.
I had nothing to do with that. It was those mercenary thugs you can't seem to get rid of.
The victim was your business partner, and I'm not ruling you out. I'll let you know when you can leave.
What about that Justicar that just showed up? Everyone says she might go crazy and start killing. I need to leave.
No.
She'll only kill the unjust, so I'm sure you have nothing to worry about, Pitney 4. Find me in the station if you need me.
If you leave, it's just gonna make you look bad. Thane is so cool looking. He is the epitome of just awesome. Alright, talk to the locals. Let's talk to Pitney 4 real quick.
What do you want? I've already got mercs wanting to kill me like they did my partner. I don't need any more trouble. As if that weren't enough, some Asari Justicar showed up this morning. All the natives are scared of her. I've got to get off this world.
Why is everyone nervous?
Has Samara actually done anything yet?
The Asari say that Justicars are lethal in a fight. And if they so much as smell corruption, they start shooting. The thing is, corruption isn't that hard to find around here.
Do you know where she is?
Tell me how to find the Justicar.
She's in the alley where my business partner was murdered. A detective sealed the area, so you'll have to talk with her if you want to go there.
Crime details.
Why do you think it was mercenaries?
Dagny Kerr was cutting through a back alley last night when someone killed him with a shotgun. I saw his body this morning. They'd used modded rounds. That means Eclipse mercs.
Tell me
You
about
must
the
know
mercs.
something about these Eclipse.
I occasionally do business with them, but only in well-lit places, with my guards, and only after the cred's clear. This is a scummy bunch, even by merc standards. They sell red sand, all kinds of illegal items, and they are all cold-blooded killers.
Which means they're probably all gonna be dead if that's where Samara went.
Why would these mercs kill him? And why do you think they're coming after you, too?
I have no idea. We're innocent merchants.
I wouldn't
But they
say
killed
that.
him, so they must be after me, too. I have to work the angles and get out of here.
Partner's
You don't
murder.
seem too broken up about your partner's death.
Dagny Kerr knew the risks when he took to spacing. Right now, my worry is me. It's unhealthy to be a Volus in the Nosastra spaceport right now. Especially a Volus named Pitney 4.
I should go.
Alright, so let's talk to Detective Anaya.
I wanted to be a Justicar when I was young. Every Asari does, I guess.
Huh. Let's see here. Well, there's a weapons locker, but we won't need that. I've already kind of selected all that. We'll grab the medical station, and we'll talk to Detective Anaya.
Nice guns. Try not to use them in my district. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for an Asari warrior named Samara.
If you've got a score to settle with Samara, take it somewhere else. I've got more than enough trouble here already.
I need her help.
I need to recruit Samara for my mission. Then we'll be on our way.
Justicars usually work alone, but they are drawn to impossible causes.
How convenient for us.
If you're getting her out of my district, I'll get you to her ASAP. She's at the crime scene.
Why is she there?
You're letting her into a sealed crime scene?
I'm a cop. I'll work with the Justicar all I can. Besides, she's been looking at crime scenes longer than our two lifespans combined. She knows how to handle herself.
And you don't say no to a Justicar.
You're awfully anxious to get Samara out of your district.
My bosses want me to detain her. They're worried she'll cause some kind of cross-species incident.
Probably.
Her Justicar code won't let her be taken into custody. If I try it, she'll have to kill me. I have no interest in dying, so if you lure her away with some big noble cause before I have to carry out my orders, I'm thrilled to help you.
Don't follow that order.
Your superiors are sending you to certain death for no good reason. You have a right to disobey.
Let's remember that next time Shepard sets us up against impossible odds.
That's about twice a day.
Most of the time, I'm not being stupid about it. I can't say the same for Anaya's superiors.
I'm a cop and I know my duty. I've been ordered to detain her, and I will. Unless I can get her to leave my district.
One of the, if you want, save before this conversation, and then bring multiple squad mates to the conversation with you, and you'll get different comments about Shepard's ability to bring them into ridiculous firefights. It's pretty funny, some of the stuff they say.
How do I get to the crime scene?
It's around the corner. Go outside, take a left. Look for the police line. I'll send word to let you in. Be careful. The local Eclipse mercs have been all over those back alleys lately.
Crime scene.
You mentioned a crime scene.
A Volus merchant was murdered. It was a professional hit, so we're not dealing with junkies looking for a score. I'm thinking the local Eclipse mercenary band. Can't prove it.
Makes
but if the
sense.
Volus was dirty too, maybe it's just a deal gone bad.
Mercenaries.
What do I need to know about these mercenaries?
Eclipse
Heavily
mercs are
armed.
professional killers. They sell red sand, trade illegal weapons tech, and smuggle criminals off-world. They control some back alleys around here. I haven't been able to find their nest yet, though.
Justicar.
What can you tell me about Justicars?
They're a kind of... humans might call them warrior monks. They live by a complex code that compels them to punish the wicked and protect the pure. They've been a part of Asari culture for millennia. I read adventure stories about Justicars when I was a child.
Opinion.
What do you think of
Samara?
Samara herself?
She's been a Justicar longer than 3 of your lifespans. Whoever she was before she swore that oath, that person is dead.
Fear?
People seem nervous about Samara's presence.
Asari admire Justicars. We also know that they kill without mercy when they find corruption. And Justicars never leave Asari space. Why is she here? I doubt it's to investigate the murder of some corrupt Volas.
I have to go.
Good luck.
We'd better find Samara before the detective goes after her.
Yep, no kidding. Alright, so we'll head over to the crime scene here.
Anaya told us to let you through. Watch yourself. There's merc activity back here. We're waiting on backup.
This'll, there's an Asari in the second half of the market area on Ilium that talks about stealing from Mr. Thax. If you pick this up, you can then take it to her and say, I've caught you, I'm gonna tell your boss, blah blah blah. Well, actually, no. I think what happens is you upload that to Mr. Thax, and then you can tell her about it. And there's something, but anyways, you basically catch her doing in the act, and she gets in trouble, which is good. She's smuggling. No, that's not what I wanted to do. No, also no. Okay, good. You go that, and yeah, you can say shotgun tally. I'll cover the sniper part for the moment. I think there's gonna be clips soon around the corner here.
Bravo squad prepped. Alpha squad went after that Justicar 20 minutes ago, and they've gone dark. I need targeting assistance.
Oh, you don't know I'm here. Let's see here. Let's take out the Vanguard first.
There they are.
Shot.
Oh, I think I missed. There we go. That was his throw ability that I upgraded. That was kind of a waste of a sniper shot, but it was fun. What's going on here? Something glitched out. Alrighty. I don't think I've ever seen that before. We'll just ignore that. Yeah, something glitched out right there. Alright. It's gone now. That would be Samara.
Those were my best troops. Tell me what I need to know, and I will be gone from here. Where did you send her?
You think I'd betray her?
You're gonna die.
In ways you can't imagine.
The name of the ship. Your life hangs on the answer, Lieutenant.
You can kill me, but one of us will take you down, Justicar.
Well, she's dead. Doesn't even need a gun to kill these people.
What was the name of the ship she left on?
Go to hell.
Wrong answer.
Find peace in the embrace of the goddess. My name is Samara, a servant of the Justicar Code. My quarrel is with these Eclipse Sisters, but I see 3 well-armed people before me. Are we friend or foe?
Friends.
I'm Commander Shepard, and I need your help with a critical mission, Samara.
You honor me, but I am in the middle of an investigation.
I'm going up against suicidal odds, and I need the best. That's you.
I sense the truth in what you say, and it humbles me. But I seek an incredibly dangerous fugitive.
I can help you with that.
I cornered her here, but the Eclipse Sisters smuggled her off-world. I must find the name of the ship she left on before the trail goes cold.
I wish you were willing to go with the human, Justicar. I've been ordered to take you into custody if you won't leave.
You risk a great deal by following your orders, Detective. Fortunately, I will not have to resist. My code obligates me to cooperate with you for 1 day. After that, I must return to my investigation.
I won't be able to release you that soon.
You won't be able to stop me.
Yeah, no kidding.
The human is lost here. Will you clarify?
The human is lost here.
To leave with you, but Justicar's in their code.
The detective has been ordered to detain me. I can't force her to disobey an order.
And after 1 day, Samara fights her way out of custody, killing anyone in her way.
Pretty much.
I am afraid so.
There must be some way we can all get what we need.
I see a way. While I am in custody, you find the name of that ship. Do that, and I will join you. Then the code will be satisfied.
Can you tell me more about Justicars?
We are individuals who have forsworn family, children, and worldly possessions aside from some weapons and armor. We travel Asari space righting wrongs as defined by the ancient code we have each memorized.
Samara is a very... intense, but like very thoughtful. Like, she doesn't do anything without... I don't know how to describe her, but very intense, but she believes very strongly in what she does.
Ilium may be dominated by Asari, but it isn't in Asari space.
My quarry fled to this place. I am sworn to hunt her down, and I will follow anywhere she goes. It is rare for a Justicar to leave Asari space, but I must follow my oath. If I suffer for it, I will accept that.
Change of heart?
A moment ago you refused to give up your investigation, but now you'll swear to follow me?
If I stay, I will be compelled to kill many innocents to escape incarceration.
Like me.
I may be killed, and my quarry would be free to continue murdering. If I come with you and survive your mission, I can resume my investigation. To do that, I need the ship's name to track her to her next hiding place. It is a simple choice.
A slim chance is better than no chance.
Yeah?
This Justicar code seems quite strict.
It may seem so to you, but this is my oath. The expedient path may be fast and simple. That does not make it the right path.
Where should I
Do
start?
you have any leads?
The Volus merchant Pitney 4 is tied to this. Eclipse mercs are preparing to kill him. Get the truth out of him. He may know a way into the Eclipse base.
Well, I've got to get back to my station. And I guess I've got to take you with me.
Thank you, Shepard.
For the detective's sake, we better work fast. Alright.
Cops don't admit it, but the Eclipse Sisters run this area.
We gotta talk to Pitney 4 again, and he is... I think hiding out over here now. I don't remember where exactly he is. Oh, there he is. No, he moved. He's just over here. Where's your guards? What's that you're waving around?
Hello again, Earth Clan. Did you speak to the detective?
Start
Why are
talking.
the mercs after you?
I know nothing about any mercenaries, Earth Clan. I'm merely an innocent merchant trying to make his way in life.
Work with
The
me here.
Eclipse are out for your blood. I need your help to break into their base. Shouldn't we work together?
Yes, you're right, Earth Clan. I'm desperate. I've got angry mercs after me, and now this Asari Justicar.
You're also in on it.
Let's talk. I smuggled a chemical onto Ilium that boosts biotic powers in combat. It also is toxic. I may have, forgotten to mention that to the Eclipse.
Oh, yeah?
So they are perturbed and want to kill me.
That was a smart move on your part.
It sounds like you're a swindler, and your actions finally caught up with you.
True and true. But I haven't survived as a merchant this long without being able to tell when there's a deal in the making. You want something.
I need
the
a ship
Eclipse recently
name.
smuggled someone off-world. I need the name of the ship she left on.
I don't know about their people smuggling operations. They must keep records in their base. I do have a pass card they issued me to bring my goods in. Well, I had to return that one, but I happened to make a copy.
Mind giving that to me?
Take it, but be careful. Each Eclipse sister commits a murder to earn her uniform. They are all
How
dangerous.
nice.
You should be able to get into the Merc base now. It's the elevator back that.
Alright. Each Eclipse sister commits a murder to get into the group. What a lovely organization.
Eyes up front.
Nice shot, Tally. Good shot. Alright, things are already kicking off. Alright, so there's already these toxic canisters. If we get in it, it starts to... I think it takes down our shields, so we gotta be careful. There we go, that'll do it. Boost party's biotics, but a maxed out meter will kill you. Alright.
Boost biotics. However, concentrated exposure will cause severe tissue damage. I recommend limited exposure.
So, good to know. Boost biotics. That's problematic. But an increased toxicity level will start to kill us. But that includes them as well. Nah, that was... I tried to judge as she moved. Alright, all of a sudden my sniping is becoming terrible. While she's focused on the drone, I shoot her in the head. Works out well. Ow. That's not cool. Alright. Good? I think we're good. Let's just not shoot the canister and we should be fine. Hey, we got another shotgun. That one's not all that bad, actually. It does slightly less damage than the Eviscerator, but it allows you to fire more quickly. So it's actually, that's a good shotgun as well. The Scimitar and the Eviscerator are both pretty good shotguns, and the Geth Plasma shotgun is an interesting shotgun. It's also pretty good, but I usually use one of these two. It's been a while since I've gone with the shotgun class, but I think I might go with the Scimitar more often than the Eviscerator just for a number of shots. Could be wrong though, I just know it's a decent shotgun. So yeah, well, actually, we'll let Tally just keep that. Alright. I do need to redo this though, real quick. Before we head up the stairs, we're gonna want to look in there. Someone's in here. Someone who's not who she says she is. It's a little bit of a spoiler, but oh well. You don't want to do that.
Wait, stop! I didn't fire my weapon once. I pretended to because the other Eclipse sisters were watching, but I didn't really shoot.
Uh-huh.
I'm not one of them. I'm new. I thought being Elnora the mercenary would be cool, but I didn't know what they were really like.
You chose your side, Elnora, and you lost.
Screw that bastard and screw you.
I chose to go with that renegade option. You may think me a little harsh for doing that, but
now what's this?
In the end, you find out through a couple of journal entries, she's the one who killed Pitney Four's partner. She was the one who committed that murder to get into the Eclipse Sisters, so she wasn't this harmless, you know, wannabe merc. She knew what she was doing. Alright, anything over here? No, just a toxic canister. Oh, I think, okay, I remember this part. We're gonna wanna, if we can, maybe. I'm gonna back off a little bit here. We're gonna wanna throw a save down. If we can, if it allows us to. Because, no, alright, so we're just gonna be really careful. It doesn't want to let us save. Maybe in a moment. I doubt it though. We're gonna be... hoping we get a save point here sometime soon. Or a point where we can save. I had Tally hack that mech. I love throw. Ow.
Contact!
Yeah, I'm sure he did. Warpo's also great. Oh, come on. Ouch. Alright, well, I just need to back off. I tried firing twice and nothing happened. I'm not exactly sure why nothing happened, but nothing happened. Now it'll fire. Alright, interesting. Pulled the trigger a couple times and it never fired. Alright, now we'll save just to be safe. We're coming up on a slightly bigger fight that I just want to be prepared for. This terminal, I think, should mention Elnora, which is the Asari we killed. There's a terminal runner somewhere that mentions her. Maybe we don't have to hack it. It should be around here pretty soon. I know I've been wrong about that kind of stuff before, but somewhere around here soon is a terminal that mentions that it's Elnora talking about her murder. Which is how you know that you did the right thing. I'm sure there was a Paragon way to go about killing her. But the wrong thing is definitely to let her go. again. Which is just what we want. Hey, buddy. Oh. Medical station. So far, we've been lucky. We've been keeping full on our Medi-Gel. 6,000 credits, I'll take it. I'm just gonna be much more... Try to remember much better about...
We've been spotted.
That was a horrific way to say that. But I'm gonna do my best to remember to save more. Because I've gotten in trouble a couple times and gotten lucky with autosaves. And I don't want to have to come across a moment where that's why I was saving the gunship fight. I can hit him from here. Sneaky little oh, come on. Don't hide from me. Oh, this might be a great spot to use the cane. Prime Platinum, I will take that. 2,000, that's nice. Pick up that thermal clip. Look around here just to be safe.
Spread your matter to the sea.
There we go. Thane, I want you to switch to that, actually.
Switch up!
Shooting. Check your screen. Go for the optics, Justicar. Optics.
Oh, that didn't kill her? Come on. That should. No, still not. Looks like the combat drone finally killed her. Oh, look at the blood splatter. Right into the crosshairs. That was her own fault. She walked into my crosshairs. Yeah, I missed that one. I don't know if they're gonna keep coming or not. They might. That didn't kill her. That should. I'm out of sniper bullets though, so we'll switch to the Locust. We'll go moving in a little bit, because I don't want to have an infinite amount of enemies coming at us, so we might as well move up. I don't think it's an infinite, but just to be safe. Alright, power cells are over there. We're not really going to need that, but it should. I think what's nice is if you are full on heavy ammo, and even if you're not, I think power cells actually will refill some of your other ammo as well, because we have one sniper rifle round right now. Data file is probably the one, and then we do that. Yep, gave us 6 rounds for a sniper, so that's always nice.
Well, it's official. Little baby Elnora is finally a full-fledged Eclipse merc. I earned my uniform last night when I killed that ridiculous bolus. Up close, exploding rounds. Blew the little bastard's suit wide open. I can't wait to see some real action. Next time I go home, my friends are gonna be so jealous.
Elnora was the killer. You were right to be suspicious of her.
Detective Anaya would be interested in this.
That she would. And then she drew a gun on us, so we put her down. I probably should have waited just to see, just in case. Because I know there is a way to let her go, and then you realize, oh, she's the killer. Whoops, probably shouldn't have. That's why I fired, because I didn't want to take the chance that she might be let go. But I'm sure there's a way to take her down without ending up with a renegade option. There's gotta be. Looks like we got some fragile crates. I don't see any more toxic canisters at the moment.
Deploying combat drone.
That combat drone is actually becoming useful. Like I said, I don't usually use tally just because I didn't think it would be all that useful, but alright, here's the gunship fight. So it'd be a great time to save. In a moment here. We'll grab this stuff. But I think save 21 is the one we don't want to save over. Alright, just to be safe. So I gotta remember that. But it's actually a great distraction tool, and now that we've upgraded it to be able to what am I trying to say?
Got it.
Now that I've upgraded it to be able to do damage to the enemy as well as just stunning them, it's become even more useful. Alright, that's the gunship.
Ahead of us.
So let's I'm gonna bring out the cane here. Let's see what this thing can do. Gotta charge it up though. Ow. That's what a fully charged cane can do. See, it took 100% of the it's an amazing gun, put it that way, but now we're only at 45% power, so we're gonna you wanna use it sparingly. But it took down a full health gunship in one shot. That is why the cane is so fun to use. If you're willing to only fire heavy weapons at rare occasions, if you want the full punch. But if you want the full punch, really, unless, like I said, if you're playing on Insanity or something like that, I'd suggest maybe, well, it depends on the situation. I tend not to use heavy weapons that much anyways, so for me the cane is great, simply because for those situations I do need it, like that, it's just like fire it once, you blow the thing up you need to, and then by the time you need it again, you already have full, you're back to full charge on it, so it all just depends on play style and whatnot, but it's so fun to use. It seems like you're firing at just like a miniature nuke. I mean, there's a reason why there's a radiation symbol on it, and it also attracts the target. So as long as you're aiming at it, you don't have to really worry too much about being dead on. You want to grab the shipping manifest too, because this is another like side mission thing.
Manifest. It shows the Pitney 4 sold 2,000 units of Minigen X3 to the Eclipse.
Yep. And some red
along
sand.
With 600 units of red sand.
This isn't the information Samara needs, but it proves the Volus is a criminal.
I imagine Detective Anaya would be interested in this.
You want to grab those two things. So the very beginning about Mr. Thax, because that'll get you some points, some XP, and I think some credits. Then you want to get the one about Pitney 4, just because he's a slimy little Volus and he should go to prison for selling selling horrific drugs. Red sand is very, very bad for you. And then, and he lied about it, so I mean, there's that. And then obviously you want to get the one about, you want to listen to the thing about Elnora being the murderer.
We've got to keep moving.
We just solved two things for Detective Anaya right there. Glad to be of service. Oh, this is funny. This is a... okay, we'll do this. I don't think... yeah. We'll save here. We'll do the jump. This is a really funny conversation. He's, ridiculously high on the drug that Pitney 4 sold the Eclipse.
I think things, and they happen. Fear me, lesser creatures, for I am biotics made flesh.
Calm down.
You need help.
You need help. Or you stand before the mightiest biotic ever. Yes,
Samara could wipe the floor with you.
Injecting so many drugs into me was terrifying. But then I began to smell my greatness.
Shepard's like, where is he getting this stuff?
But they don't know what I know in my head. But I know that I am amazingly powerful. Fear me?
Where'd you
come
from?
Are you part of Pitney 4's trade group?
When I was mortal, I worked for Pitney. Poor soul is probably terrified that I have not returned.
Not really.
He hasn't reported your disappearance. Probably so his departure won't get delayed.
I get the distinct impression Pitney prefers money to friends.
Bah! I will wreak a just revenge upon his people. But first, the leader of these mercenaries is in the
You're
next
just gonna get
room.
yourself killed.
I shall toss Wasea about like a rag doll.
Shepard, he can barely talk, much less fight.
I will tear her apart. My biotics are unstoppable.
You should lie down.
Wasea will tear you apart. Take a nap. You'll feel better.
Are you mad? I'm unstoppable. Feasting on her biotic-rich blood will be the last. But Great Wind, biotic god, what was I saying? I'm tired. You may be right. Yes, I'm tired. I'll nap. Destroy the universe later.
Nicely done, Shepard.
Poor Volus. Weapons locker. I want you to switch back to the shotgun. You back to the Locust, because it'll be an up-close and personal fight. I'm gonna start out the sniper rifle. But that's because I can go invisible. Alright. That would have been a great time to save. It was kind of a waste on the other one, but just for the Volus, but that's okay. Pop that open. Perfect. This is the most I've saved in a long while.
Everything's gone to hell since we smuggled that filthy creature off-world. First a Justicar shows up.
Now
Now
us.
you. At least I can take pleasure in turning your head into a pulpy mass.
And we get to have to
Incoming.
try and dodge the toxic whatevers. Alright, where is she? We're gonna want to kill her quickly so that we can focus on her mercs. I miss. I got her. There we go. Alright. Now we can focus on her. Ow. That's not cool. There we go. I can't see anything in the clouds of toxicness. Here we go. Oh, she's dead. We good?
Some record of that ship must be around here.
Yep. So, the best way to win that fight can take a whole lot longer, is to down Wasea, I don't know, Commander, Captain Wasea, as quickly as you possibly can, like I did. So that, otherwise, she's just gonna keep getting Eclipse Mercs to come out and fight you. So focus on downing Wasea first, and then just finishing off anyone else who's in the room. It's a much easier fight that way. Otherwise, you can be a royal pain, especially because of the amount of toxic canisters in the room. If the fight drags out, it ends up being there's just nowhere to hide, there isn't toxic gas everywhere. I'm just gonna make sure you don't want to grab that data pad until you've collected anything and everything you can, because that'll send us back to the Normandy, or at least out of the mission. That looks like it. That looks like that's the last thing. Alright. There's a Justicar here, probably looking for the one we sent off on the AML Demeter. I was happy to see her go. She chilled me to the bone. I just hope this Justicar doesn't mess up my operation. So whoever they smuggled off, whoever Samara's after, is a very, very dangerous person who, like, scares everyone that they're around, so...
That must be the ship Samara was looking for.
Should we head back to the police station and give her the name? Or look around first?
Let's go. I guess you do get a...
Keep moving.
I guess you do get a chance to look around. I wasn't sure. I didn't think you did. It's always safer to just grab everything first anyways. We're only at an hour, so we're actually doing pretty good. We might actually keep it right around 2 hours, which is what I was hoping for. Alright, Where's Pitney for? Oh, there's that guy. He survived.
I don't know what they put in me, but I thought I was... Well, you saw. Anyway, thank you, Shepard.
You're welcome. Now, where's Pitney for? Here he is.
Thank you for removing the Eclipse threat, Earth Clan. It will take them months to rebuild their organization.
Uh-huh.
Also, merely out of curiosity, when you were poking about, did you perhaps run across a shipping manifest that belongs to me?
I think I'll hold
you
on to
never know
it.
when something like this might come in handy.
If it might change your mind, Earth Clan, returning that manifest would be very profitable for you. If you give it to the detective, her reward will be a pat on the back.
Yeah, I'd rather give it to the detective. I don't like you. We've got a couple things to talk about with her.
If you have something that'll encourage the Justicar to leave, show it to her.
Alright. Samara.
I've got the name of the ship. Your fugitive left here 2 days ago on the AML Demeter.
Shepard, you impress me. You fulfilled your part of the bargain, and I will fulfill mine.
This is very interesting. Shows just how
I am ready to leave immediately.
honorable her code is, or very
You're
specific.
free to go, Justicar. It has been an honor having you in my station. And it's nice you didn't kill me, too.
You're sworn to follow a code that dictates your decisions. But I'm running a military operation.
You wonder if I will refuse to follow orders because of my code?
I can't allow that to happen.
By agreeing to follow you, I am compelled to swear the most difficult of Justicar oaths, the third oath of subsumation. After I do, your orders will override the code. You should know, however, that I'll still give you my opinion if the situation warrants.
I absolutely expect you to do so.
The Normandy is docked near the main trading floor. I'll see you aboard.
I must be sworn to your service so that I am never forced to choose between your orders and the code. By the code, I will serve you, Shepard. Your choices are my choices. Your morals are my morals. Your wishes are my code.
I never thought I'd see a Justicar swear an oath like that.
If you make me do anything extremely dishonorable, I may need to kill you when I'm released from my oath.
I'm honored.
I can see that this is a very important act, Samara. Thank you.
Truly, the life of a Justicar can get lonely. I admit I am looking forward to serving with a company of honorable heroes. Shall we return to your ship?
Her code is a very high standard, but when followed, I don't know. It's interesting. There's a lot of good things to it and a lot of bad things to it. Or not bad, but questionable. There's a lot of gray area in there or there's a lot of gray area in the world, or in this case in the galaxy, when her code is very black and white. So it's interesting. I have business with Anaya.
I need to speak to the detective.
Thanks for getting Samara out of my district.
Yeah, no problem.
I can tell my granddaughters about meeting a Justicar. And you've just upped my chances of living long enough to have grandkids.
I found the murderer.
I have proof that Eclipse killed the Volus merchant.
Let's see what you got there. Interesting. But I can't verify it. It would be inadmissible.
I vouch for Shepard, and any evidence he brings forward.
I accept the judgment of the Justicar. Thanks, Shepard. I wasn't sure about trusting a stranger, and a human at that. But you came through. Never heard of this Elnora. Sounds like she was just starting her career. Good thing you cut it short. Okay, enough with all the congratulations. I've still got a spiraling crime rate.
I mean, all you gotta do is listen to her, data file? She openly claims I am the one who killed the Volus merchant, so, I mean, come on. I don't see how that's inadmissible.
I have proof that Pitney 4 smuggled in red sand and illegal weapons tech.
I'll send in some officers to arrest him and his cohorts. This is a big help, Shepard. I can't do much to thank you, But we do have a small discretionary bounty fund. Take this.
Thank you. Alright, now we can return to the Normandy. Alright. I'll take it. Got almost 60,000 more credits, which should help. That should put us back over 100,000 credits. I might hold off a little bit longer before we go on another shopping spree, but it's tough. Everything is so expensive. There's a reason why you get so many credits after each mission. Alright, so I think we're doing pretty good.
Welcome to the Normandy, Samara. We studied your profile extensively.
We're gonna talk to a couple people, and then we'll go do
an excellent addition to our team.
Miranda's loyalty mission.
From an organization such as yours, that is high praise indeed.
I've seen Samara's biotic powers at work. They're substantial.
We still don't know what we're going to find when we hit the collectors.
I will be prepared for whatever we encounter.
Where shall we put you?
A room that looks out on the great empty void would be most comforting.
Put her in the observation room on deck 3.
Thank you. I must meditate on the day's events.
Alright, so there's only a couple people I think we need to talk to. Anyone, like I said, anyone who's given us a loyalty mission, we don't need to talk to. It'll just be wasted time because they'll just either mention that they don't have anything to talk to, or anything to talk about, or they'll just mention their loyalty mission again. This is kind of cool though. All the kind of the different heavy weapons we've unlocked. They're all sitting right there. I don't know if it's that way for. It kind of looks that way actually for these other ones too. Is the more weapons you unlock, they actually end up starting to show up at least a little bit on the tables. Not much, but some of them. All the heavy weapons are right there though. Besides the cane, which we're using. I don't know if it swaps out or not. I've never bothered to look at that. Private terminal from Jert, I think. Liara Tassoni gave me your contact information. I was one of the cleaning crew in the Dante's Towers. You help get me out of there. According to Tassoni, you also found Thane. He took down some of the Eclipse mercs trying to gun us down, and I wondered if you could pass along my thanks. The way he moved, one was dead before they even knew he was there. He snapped another's neck, then shot a third, all in the space of a few heartbeats. He was incredible. He moved like a dancer, grace and power in constant motion. Seeing him changed my life, woke up something in me I don't fully understand yet. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but Solarian lives are too short to waste as custodians, especially when there's so much else out there. I'm gonna go find something that lets me capture what I saw in him, that beauty, that aesthetic perfection. I'm also gonna buy some nice clothes. So if you could tell him that, or just whatever parts you think appropriate, I'd appreciate it. Sincerely, Yurt or Jert. Alright, let's talk to Kelly quick,
Commander,
and Joker.
There is nothing more absolute than the oath of an Asari Justicar. You did well getting Samara on our side. She is so elegant and gorgeous. Too bad her manner is just so cold.
Like I said, you can flirt with Kelly and not have to, and not let it, it doesn't affect your other romance options, which is good.
I didn't recruit her for her looks. The Normandy already has you, Kelly.
Oh, Shepard. I wish there were time to get to know you.
Yay! All right. If our fish aren't dead, I don't think they are. I think I fed them the last time around. I don't remember. We'll have dinner, and then she should feed our fish. After all that, so we don't have to worry about it.
Why don't you join me in my cabin for a meal? It would give us the chance to talk.
That sounds wonderful.
I think I've been taking care of the
I've
fish.
been hoping for some private time with you. Lead the way.
Crossing my fingers. In any case, she'll offer to feed them for us, and so we don't have to worry about it anymore.
Goodness, I haven't stayed up that late since my college days. I had a wonderful evening. Thank you, Shepard.
Do we not have any fish?
I noticed the fish
Okay,
turned up
good.
in your cabin. If you'd like, I could feed your fish while you're away.
Yes, please. Thank you.
I appreciate that, Kelly.
It's my pleasure. Anyway, what's up?
Alright, so we don't have to worry about the fish anymore. She'll feed them for us, and we can just keep doing missions and not have to worry about going out to the fish tank every time. I'm going to check it this time around, just to be sure that there's still fish there, because I don't remember.
Is there anything I should know?
Grunt seems very anxious.
Okay.
Pacing down in the cargo hold. You might want to check in on him. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
Good luck out there, Shepard.
Alright, so Grunt's gonna give us our loyalty mission for him. We'll check in with Garrus just to see. I doubt he's probably gonna mention calibrations again. And then we'll talk to Thane and Samara. And I think that's it. I don't think there's anyone else that we really need to talk to, because everyone else is giving us loyalty missions.
So, Commander, even your Asari are trained killers? You get everyone at the same store or something?
I assume everything is going well up here?
Good for now. Fractured my thumb on the mute.
Let's see what he thinks about Thane. I don't know if we haven't taken him out yet, so let's see what he thinks about Thane.
What do you think about the people we're picking up?
Well, about the ones you went out with last. Well, I always liked Tally, so let's just move on. And Thane seems like the strong, sensitive, murdering type. You know, those are always great to have around, a real comfort. It's just my opinion, though. There's really no need to go spreading it around.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Joker's awesome. Alright, see, I think Thane, Samara, and then we'll go talk to Grunt, and we'll check in with Garrus. I believe that's all. Because like I said, everyone else, if they've already given us a loyalty mission, there's no point in talking to them until after we've done their loyalty mission. Which, we're doing Miranda's, and then we're going to do the Shadow Broker, and then that should immediately kick us into something else. Yep, it looks like our fish are still all good to go. We'll feed them one last time, and Kelly should just feed them from now on, so we shouldn't have to worry about it. They'll just be here swimming happily anytime we want to come up here. Yeah. No? We do want to talk to Tally. We haven't talked to Tally. See if she has anything else to say. So we'll talk to Tally. We'll check in with Garrus, although I doubt he'll say anything new. We'll talk to Samara and Thane, and then we'll talk to Grunt for his loyalty mission. That'll be fun. I like Grunt's loyalty mission. There's some great missions in this game. There's just some really fun missions. There's Samara. Oh, door closed on us. Here's the other port. Here's the other observation deck. That's the... Oh, that's the port one. This is the starboard one. Let's talk. It's quite the
Shepard.
meditation.
How are you?
I've spent much of the last 400 years on my own. It is nice to have a colleague to chat with. I may be rusty at it, however.
That's
if
fine.
If you're patient, I would love to talk.
Sure.
How much do you know about our mission?
I know that I've sworn an oath to follow you, and that you seek to destroy the Collectors. That is enough for me.
You're not curious?
You don't want to know why the Collectors need to be fought?
When you live by a code that compels you to harsh action, you learn the dangers of curiosity. If I must kill a man because he has done wrong, do I really wish to know that he is a devoted father?
She has a point.
I'd like to hear more about the criminal you were chasing on Nos Astra.
I hope you will understand if I wish to avoid this topic. It is deeply tied to my code and beliefs. You might say it is personal.
I need to know if this will impact the mission.
It will not.
Fair enough.
What do you think of Cerberus?
I've heard rumors, but learned long ago to form my own impressions. There is too much room for interpretation in the opinions of others.
Why were you willing to work for Cerberus when you didn't have first-hand knowledge?
I work for you, Shepard. Our methods may be different, but our goals are not.
It's pretty much the same thing as what Shepard said to Elusive Man, just a little bit different. I don't work for you. I'm just... You know, I just am using you pretty much. Well, and she does work for us. She doesn't work for Cerberus. Kind of the same thing as Tally has been saying to us as well. So that's good. Alright. That's pretty much everything for that.
I should get back to work.
It has been my pleasure, Commander.
Although, I want to see Miranda and Jacob. She has a couple other things she can say. See if she has any upgrades for us.
Shepard.
What are your impressions of Miranda and Jacob?
Jacob is an earnest young man. Events will either forge him into a great man, or utterly destroy him. Miranda is undoubtedly a hard woman. I respect her strength and determination. She carries many burdens and doesn't share them with others, as it should be.
How do you think our mission is going?
Building our forces is a good strategy. However, the time to strike is coming soon.
I agree. We have our full crew complement now. Well, there's one we're missing, but we're gonna get him soon.
Do you have any suggestions about using some of the resources we've gathered?
I believe I can use some of them to increase our fuel reserves so we can explore further.
Oh, good.
Shall I tell you what is
Yes.
required?
Show me what it would take.
Give us more fuel. Please and thank you. Alright, Thane is over here in life support. Talk to him.
Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
Certainly.
You're not a typical assassin.
If you don't mind my saying, you don't really seem like an assassin.
You've spent too much time fighting thugs who think custom-painted armor makes them professionals. The Hanar trained my body for this role since I was 6 years old.
6?
You've been killing since you were 6?
Of course not. I didn't make my first kill until I was 12. They were
Still.
training me. I was not to be used and thrown away. I was an investment.
You were a child, not an investment.
I've given you the wrong idea. They valued me, yes, as a resource, but also as a person. They regretted their need for me.
The Hanar and the Drell have a very interesting relationship.
The Hanar? Excessively polite, worship the Protheans? They don't seem the type who'd train assassins.
Every species trains assassins. The Hanar are only unusual in that they need other species to do the killing for them. They have a strong grip and natural toxins, but have you ever seen one move quickly outside of water?
Fair enough.
Or fire a gun?
There's only one Hanar I've ever seen even try to fire a gun. We'll see him in Mass Effect 3 for a very short amount of time. It's pretty funny though.
Why did your parents agree to this?
The agreement was made under the Compact. It was an honor for our family.
The Compact?
We live on the Hanar homeworld because they rescued us, some of us, from extinction. We owe them our lives. That is the Compact.
What exactly are the terms of the Compact?
There are many things the Hanar can't do, even with mechanical aid. They ask Drell to assist them.
This can't be legal. They made your whole race into slaves.
Not true.
Don't insult me, Shepard. Anyone can refuse to serve. Few do. We owe our existence to the Hanar. We are proud to repay the debt.
The way you describe it, the Hanar sound like weaklings.
Out here, they are. But if you could see them in the encompassing, the oceans of Kaje, you would see them differently. A stream of silver in the dark, looping, diving. So fast the eye can't follow. Laughter like the squeals of a child vibrates the water. They fly over the back of the seabed like birds, plumed with the light of heaven.
Extinction.
Why was your race going extinct?
Overpopulation. That must sound trite to you. Humans developed mass effect drive before the problem became acute. Our homeworld, Rakana, had few resources. We hadn't even developed fusion power when the soil began to fail from overuse and pollution. The Hanar found us a century ago. They sent hundreds of ships, evacuated thousands of us. Billions more had to be left behind.
What's your world like now?
What's the state of Rakana now?
Do you read your philosophers? A man named Thomas Hobbes. When all the world is overcharged with inhabitants, then the last remedy of all is war, which provideth for every man by victory or death. As Rakana died around them, my people slaughtered each other for mouthfuls of water, crumbs of food.
That sounds terrible.
But you don't kill for the Hanar anymore. You're freelance. What changed?
I was asleep for a long time, yes. I paid no attention to what my body was asked to do, but then... laser dot trembles on the skull. One finger twitch. He dies. Then the smell of spice on the spring wind. Sunset-colored eyes defiant in the scope. The laser dances away. My apologies. Drell slip into memory so easily.
What was
that? Was that one of your assassinations?
Yes. Perhaps we can discuss it later. I've wasted too much of your time.
It's very interesting how Droll can slip into a memory and they describe it as they see it. It's neat, I like it. Although, it sometimes gives away too much personal information than they were planning. We'll hear more about that memory later.
Shep,
it's a difficult one for him.
Need me for something?
I guarantee you he's just gonna... Yeah, he's just gonna talk about calibrations again.
Have you got a minute?
Can it wait for a bit? I'm in the middle of some calibrations.
Talk to you later, Garrus.
I'll be here if you need me.
Alright, buddy. I'll just keep on coming until you're willing to talk. Good old Shepard for you. Alright, so now we just need to go and talk to... we'll go talk to Tally, and then we'll talk to Grunt. And I'm sure our engineers will have something to say. About Samara, Thane, or who knows. Kasumi's right, though. They're perfect for each other, they just don't realize it.
Gabby, you'd say the Normandy is a she, not a he, right?
Of course. The Normandy's the sweetest girl there is.
And Edie's a she. Tally's definitely a she.
What are you getting at, Kenneth?
I'm just saying I'm feeling a wee bit threatened here. A lot of female energy, and I'm just one man.
You're such a dick.
See? Look where your mind went. I've got to watch out for myself.
I love what their conversations that they have. It's great. That's the other thing that's one of the things I like about Mass Effect 2 and 3 as well is the humor that's incorporated into the games is much more prevalent than in Mass Effect 1. There are some funny moments, but Mass Effect 1 is much more serious. And obviously Mass Effect 3 has a lot of serious moments in it as well, but there's still humor in it that's done very, very well. It's just, I don't know, it's one of the things I like about Mass Effect 2 and 3 is the humor of it. It's just done very, very well, even in these moments of rather serious things.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
Have you got time to talk?
I really need to clean up this engine. Maybe later?
Okay.
I'll let you work.
Talk to you later.
Alright, Grunt.
Chambers said you're tearing up the place. Something wrong?
Something is wrong, Shepard. I feel wrong. Tense. I just want to kill something. With my hands. More so than usual. Like it's not my choice. Like I just want to... I don't know.
Alright.
See? Why do that? What's wrong?
You have no idea.
Ophir didn't imprint anything to help you figure this out?
I see pictures of old battles. Voices of warlords. But this is a blood haze in my head.
Instinct.
I want control. When we're moving, fighting, I focus. But here my blood screams, my plates itch, and even you are just noise. I'm tank-born. What is this?
We need a Krogan opinion.
Don't know if I can help, Grunt. Sounds like we need one of your kind to look into this.
Most off-world Krogan are warriors. Doctors don't leave the homeworld to Junka. I won't ask you to go there. I will control this.
We can go to Tachanka, Grunt. Anything for a crew member.
Joker can get us to the Krogan homeworld. I need everyone at their best.
Thank you, Shepard. I don't like this. Fury is my choice, not a sickness.
That was actually rather deep for a Grunt. He doesn't like the fact that he can't control his fury. When anger is uncontrollable, it becomes dangerous to yourself.
No messages for you, Commander.
And then, besides the fact that it's dangerous to others, you become a danger to yourself, and that's not good. Alright, so we're headed back to Ilium. Might as well... Let's see. We can fill up on probes, and we can add a little more fuel as well, since we've increased our limits on both of those. Now, we'll go and do Miranda's loyalty mission. We're going to be doing a lot of loyalty missions here. We'll do the Shadow Broker, and then I'm pretty sure we're going to have one more mission where we're locked in. That's also where we're going to find our last squad mate. And then, after that, we should just have free reign to do whatever we want, which will be good. And there's a lot that we can do. There's a lot that we're going to be doing. We might get a few loyalty missions out of the way right away, like we might do grunts. We'll just have to see, but see what I feel like doing. But once there's one more mission, like I said, we'll do the Shadow Broker. We should get locked into one more mission, and then we'll just have free reign for a long time. And there's one more mission that'll crop up that once we do, we won't have very much free reign after that. But up until we choose to do that mission, we'll have free reign. In any case, no more talking. Let's get this thing going. I'm bringing Samara along. We haven't used her before, because we just got her. She's also a powerful biotic. Alright, Reeve is a great ability. I oftentimes will bring Reeve along. I chose Slam this time, but Reeve is another really good ability. Let's see here. Throw. I'm gonna upgrade throw for her as well, just like Thane. We're gonna throw field. I like the fact that they can throw multiple people. And then for Miranda, let's go with, let's see here. Nice. Miranda, let's upgrade her. So her abilities are actually focused a little more on the squad. Cerberus Leader increases bonus to squad weapon damage, and Cerberus Tactician increases bonus to squad health, which is pretty cool actually. Let's go Tactician. And that actually, there's certain, yeah, we need to fix the Tempest problem. Back to the Locust, thank you. Oh, Samara, I forgot about that. Samara has a very interesting weapon loadout. She's the only one that has SMG and heavy rifles and like assault rifles. Besides like a soldier that has, I believe, like just about every weapon class. So it's very interesting. Because the Locust, I tend to use the Locust as like my go-to if I don't have an assault rifle. So I find it interesting that she has both. But yeah. We'll leave her with the Matic heavy rifle and the Locust, and that should work.
Excuse me, my sources indicate you were in a warehouse recently. Did you by any chance forward a questionable shipping note to a Mr. Thax?
I did.
It looked suspicious, so I passed it on.
I'm a representative for Mr. Thax. He's very grateful to you. Please accept this as a gift for bringing the shipping irregularities to his attention.
Well, what will Thax do?
What happens to the shipping agent who was cheating Thax?
That depends on how sincere her apology is, and how willing she is to correct her mistake.
Need me to find her?
Do you want help finding the person who cheated Thax?
Thank you, but that won't be necessary. Mr. Thax will be making a series of polite calls. Hopefully a confrontation will not be required.
Happy to help.
My pleasure.
Have a pleasant day.
I have a message for Miss Lawson. Lantea has reserved a room at Eternity and will be waiting.
Thank you, Edie.
Another difficult development
for
human expansion as the colony on
here.
has been attacked. The council has suggested that
Talk to Miranda. Sure.
You have to give the Asari credit. Ilium is a cultural marvel. Humanity can learn a lot from their ingenuity.
prefabricated complexes are rejoicing, however, as the repair and rebuild.
Pardon me, I'm on a call.
I think what she's after, I believe we'll find on Liara's loyalty mission. So, kind of like the Solarian family data we found on Thane's mission, it'll be similar to that. We can talk to Samara about the trade kiosk.
The people here are asked to sacrifice their own convictions and beliefs in exchange for a soulless corporate identity. I understand that kind of life would be attractive to some people, but not to me.
Living at a higher altitude make you more
Miranda, so her loyalty mission, if you can't remember, she wants to be there for the moving of her sister, because her father found her and is coming for her. Let's see here. So, Lantea is right here.
Ms. Lawson, I'm glad you've made it. We've had a complication.
What happened? Is Ariana all right?
She's fine, but you listed a man named Niket as your trusted source. He contacted me, warning that your father has sent Eclipse mercenaries to make a sweep. He suggested that the Mercs might be watching for you personally. He's offered to escort Oriana's family to the terminal instead.
Who's Niket?
You didn't mention anything about Niket.
He's a friend. He and I go back a long way.
Do you want to bring in any of your other Ilium contacts, Ms. Lawson?
No. You and Niket are the only two I trust on this.
Tell me about the Mercs.
What information do you have about the mercenaries?
I've confirmed that they're Eclipse, and that they're working for an organization Ms. Lawson warned us about. I could try to alert the authorities, but so far they've done nothing illegal.
You made the right decision. We'll handle this ourselves.
Alright, what should we do?
It's your sister, Miranda. What do you want to do?
Lantea, we'll follow Niket's suggestion. Shepard and I will take the car and draw their attention. Have Niket escort the family to the shuttle. Give him full access to the family's itinerary, just to be safe.
Understood, Ms. Lawson.
So the plan is for us to get shot down by Eclipse while your sister gets to safety?
Pretty much.
Eclipse will be under orders to take my sister alive. They won't risk anything that could kill us.
Will Niket be
I doubt
safe?
Eclipse will send all their people just to stop you. You want to give Niket any backup?
Niket can take care of himself. Besides, any armed backup just draws attention to him.
Alright, let's go.
Ready whenever you are, Miranda.
Thank you, Shepard. I appreciate this. I hadn't planned on Eclipse, but they never planned on you.
That is true. So I think I was saying earlier when we were upgrading Miranda's abilities, in the final mission, certain choices you make when setting up your squad and which team goes where actually ends up being rather important. I don't want to go into too much of it. When we get there, I'll explain more. But, I mean, certain things, over the course of the game, you want to make sure that you're paying attention to some things that people are saying and, you know, perhaps their abilities. The fact that, like, one of Miranda's abilities is the fact that it says, you know, Cerberus leader, Cerberus tactician, and it's all about boosting the squad, as well as her own abilities, lends to certain what's the word I'm looking for? Skills or abilities that will come in handy that aren't how do I say this? We're gonna pick Samara. I'm trying to figure out how to describe this. Later on in the game, you're gonna need to. I don't want to talk over the cutscene, but later on in the game.
Damn it! Eclipse mercenary gunships. They'll be dropping troops in the cargo area.
Yeah, we'll be there. Don't worry. You're gonna need to pick people for certain positions, and depending on who you pick, if you pick the wrong person for a position, people can die. And so you just want to make sure that you're paying attention to what the people are saying and the skills they have, to be able to kind of know
they really do want to take us alive.
who is best for which position. Hopefully that makes sense. It'll make more sense later on.
Hold fire! I said hold fire, damn it!
Once we get to the final mission, it'll make a little more sense. But
I got this.
Do you? Do you got this?
Since you're not firing yet, I trust you know who I am.
Yeah, they said you'd be in the car. You're the bitch that kidnapped our boss's little girl.
Kidnapped?
This doesn't involve you. I suggest you take your men and go.
Think you've got it all lined up, huh? Captain Inyala's already moving in on the kid. She knows about Niket. He won't be helping you.
What do you mean Niket won't be helping us?
Nothing you need to worry about. Nobody's gonna get killed unless you do something stupid. You walk away now, the girl goes back to her father, and everybody's happy.
Everybody but my sister. And me.
Captain
Should we be
Inyala.
talking to Captain Inyala about this?
You don't want to talk to the captain. She's not as polite as I am. She's the best commando I've ever seen. I've seen her tear people in half with her biotics. And she's getting paid a lot to stop you.
She gets in my way, she'll never have a chance to spend it.
How old is Oriana?
Wait, Miranda, you said she was your twin sister.
That what she told you? No, this crazy bitch kidnapped our boss's baby daughter. He's been looking for her for more than a decade.
It's complicated, Shepard. We share the same DNA, just not the same birthday.
You took a baby from the richest guy in the galaxy, lady. I don't know what your damage is, but you're not getting away with it.
I'm with Miranda.
You're not getting Miranda's sister. If you push this, it'll go badly for you.
Captain Inyala ordered us to give you one chance to walk away. This whole time we've been talking, my men have been lining up shots. When I say the word, we unleash hell on your squad. So I suggest you walk away nicely, unless you want
I'm not
things
gonna
to
do
get
the
ugly.
renegade option this time around.
Works for me.
If you are playing renegade and you want to take that option, you drop like an explosive barrel down on some of the troops. So it's just like you fight like 2 less troops or something like that. It's not that big of a deal. Not that hard to deal with.
Give me a target.
There we go. That guy's down. These guys don't stand a chance no matter what they do, so... Well, she got in the way of my shot, but that works too. Alright, pretty sure that was a neck shot. That would have hurt.
One less to worry about.
Yep.
Come on, we need to get to Niket.
Obviously something's wrong there too, because that guy claimed that Niket wouldn't be helping us. So something's up. Something is not right here. We're gonna have a lot of mercs to fight through between us and him, though.
Team 4, do you read? Team 4.
Hang on, I've got one of their radios. I'll patch us in, see if I can get an idea of what we're up against. Shepard, I think I owe you an explanation. Oriana is my twin, genetically. But my father grew her when I was a teenager. She was meant to replace me. I couldn't let my father do to her what he did to me. So I rescued her. She's almost a woman now.
You never gave her
Why didn't you
age.
tell me that we were saving a kid?
She's not a child. She'll be 19 this year. But, well, it didn't seem relevant at the time, I suppose. There are people who'd use her against me. I'm very protective when it comes to Oriana. I'm sorry I didn't trust you sooner. You deserved to know.
Why'd you take
I
her?
can understand choosing to go your own way, but you stole a young child from her father.
If
He's
you
not
knew
so
my
good of a
father, you
guy.
would understand. I wasn't the first one he made. I was only the first one he kept. I was brought up with no friends, pushed to meet impossible demands. I wasn't a daughter to him. I don't know what I was.
An asset.
Oriana has had a normal life. I made the right decision.
Alright, well, we need to get
If
her.
Eclipse knows where Oriana is, they'll be moving in on her soon. We need to hurry.
Agreed. I'm a bit worried by what the Merc said. If they've got to Niket somehow, this is going to be harder than I'd planned. According to the specs I reviewed, we'll need to cut through the cargo processing yard to get to Oriana.
Layout.
Can you tell me anything about the cargo processing yard?
We'll be moving through conveyor systems. There'll be a lot of movement. Finding targets won't be easy. We'll need to stay sharp. And these cargo transports carry hazardous materials.
Sweet.
So watch what you shoot at.
Do you really trust
I
Niket?
hope your friend can be trusted.
Absolutely. Niket is one of my oldest friends.
I guess you could say he was my only real friend. He's the only person I didn't cut ties with when I left my father.
Does your father know him?
Is there a chance your father could be using Niket to get to you?
I'm sure he's tried, but Niket's one of the few people who understands what my father is really like. I trusted him with my life when I ran from my father, Shepard. He won't betray me now.
Let's go find Niket and Oriana.
Right.
I don't know. There's something suspicious about what that soldier said about Niket. Guess we'll have to just find out.
They're on the far side of the conveyor line. Time your shots.
Oh, this won't be too hard. Pull out the sniper. Go invisible one more time. I want to see... There we go. No, wrong one. Oh well. I'll just take him out and then... There we go. I wasn't sure if I needed the extra damage boost from the invisibility to take him out or not. I'm gonna switch to the pistol for a moment. Alright, so... we can just cross over right here.
This is Inyala. Keep the bitch back. The kid is near.
Ooh. That would be throw. Such a great ability. Let's see what we got in here. A med kit, I'll take that. Submachine gun research.
This looks interesting.
I'm not sure if I'm gonna take a look around. I think we need to go that way. Just want to make sure. Oh, we're going that way. All right, so I'm gonna. They can start fighting them. I just want to take a quick look to make sure we don't miss anything over here. I always just like to be thorough. All right, we're good. Some more power cells would be nice, though. I wouldn't mind. You know, we're at 54% for the cane. I wouldn't mind getting back up to 100 if we can. I doubt we'll need it this mission, but that's interesting. Not really sure what he's trying to do, but sure. Throw please. Thank you. Get this locker. 1,500 credits, I'll take it. Anyone else?
I don't care how many mechs you lose. Just stall them, damn it.
Alright, I'm gonna throw a save down here. Gotta remember to do that.
We've been spotted.
Because there's some difficult fights in this mission, so I wanna make sure that we have save points.
Grabbing cover.
Oh, okay. Oh, that missed. That's just the pistol. No, missed. Ow, that's a heavy.
Now finish them! Moving to cover.
Alright. There we go.
Enemy drone.
That was a nice little shot.
Overloading their systems.
Shoot through the gap there. It's nice that you can actually utilize those things.
Use this.
And it's not just like there and you actually can't shoot through it. Like there's an invisible barrier. Alright, I think that's the way we need to go. So let's take a look over here quick. Grab that. Let's hack this terminal. We're getting some credits from it. Oh. That's a solid bunch of red right there. Alright. You do the two different types of hacking enough in this game. You just gotta get used to it. I don't know. I seem to use Slam more than I use Incinerate, but Incinerate's better against more different enemies. So I'm thinking I still might upgrade Incinerate first before Slam if I get enough points to do both.
Give me a target.
Item.
Unit member
Let's see here. That was probably a wasted shot. I think Miranda took it out. No. There we go. There's enemies around here somewhere.
Get down!
There they are. That didn't go anywhere I wanted it to. Come on. No, I didn't think I would be able to make that shot. I tried it anyways. That'll get him though. Got him before he went back around. There we go. Probably dangerous for me to just stand there like that, but there we go. I need to find cover quickly. I'm hurting. There we go. I'm trying to just look around before I cross over. There we go. There's a terminal somewhere around here. There it is. Another 3,000 credits. That's nice.
Enemy combat drones.
Overload deployed.
I am missing terribly at the moment. There we go. Did some damage. I'm gonna switch to that. Grab the element 0. Put her down. I almost feel bad for these people. They don't stand a chance. Where's the dead merc? There she is. No. Oh, there it is. Oh, missed. Got to it just a second too late. As long as you don't hit one of those red squares, you're fine. You get up to 3 chances to mess up, so. But if you hit one of those blocked out squares, then you're just locked out of the thing, which is not what you want. I think I already looked in there. I think that's where that's where the element 0 was. Alright, now would be a great time to throw down a save. I've saved more in this one episode alone than I think I have in like the last 5.
Attempted to delay you by disabling the elevators. I am overriding their lockdown.
Alright, this one. Keep waiting for the fight. The Captain Anaya.
Enemy combat drone.
We're gonna have to fight her here. I keep waiting for that fight. But I don't think this is it. That's a Vanguard though. I just know the Captain Anaya fight is a tough one. It might be up the elevator though. I know there's another enemy still alive here, but I'm just looking around since there's only the one left. Maybe, yep, just the one. Eclipse Engineer, who's stuck in the elevator apparently. Alright. Power cells, sweet. Plus 19, what does that do? We're at 73%. Almost to 100 again. So that's interesting. Let's see if we can't. Well, there we go. We can shoot her feet, so as long as we can kill her, that's funny.
Niket. But that can't be right.
Alright, so we just heard on the radio that Niket is moving the girl and they're waiting for the pickup or something like that. So obviously something's going on here that Miranda was not expecting, and it involves Niket. And the clips seem to be in on it.
We're listening in, and she's feeding misinformation about Niket making a switch.
Who knows?
Or maybe it means something else. Niket wouldn't do that. Damn it, why won't this thing go any faster?
You sure about Niket?
What makes you so sure that Niket wouldn't turn on you?
He could have turned on me when I ran away. I'm sure my father tried to buy him off. If he didn't do it then, why would he do it now?
Did he know Oriana?
Did Niket know that you took Oriana from your father?
No, he just found out about that recently. It was too personal to involve someone else. I never really thought about it, but maybe... No, he'd have to understand why I did it. He knows what I went through.
Maybe you're right.
You know him, Miranda. If you don't think he'd betray you, then I'm sure there's another explanation.
I don't know, damn it. But I guess we'll find out soon enough. And then I'll have a word with this Captain Inyala.
We'll have more than a word with her. It's gonna be us or her, pretty much.
Listen to me. I've got authorization to change their booking.
I'm sorry, sir. We're under security lockdown. Until the situation in the cargo terminal is resolved, no passengers can be rebooked.
This isn't worth my time, Niket. I get paid regardless of how the girl gets there.
No. I was told that I could handle this my way. We're not traumatizing the family any more than we...
Guess who?
Miri.
This should be fun.
That was brutal.
Niket, you sold me out.
What happens
now? How do you want to handle this, Miranda?
Why, Niket? You were my friend. You helped me get away from my father.
Yes, because you wanted to leave. That was your choice. But if I'd known that you'd stolen a baby...
I didn't steal her. I rescued her.
From a life of wealth and happiness, you weren't saving her.
It was not
you were
happiness.
Getting back at your father.
How did Miranda's father turn you?
They told me you'd kidnapped your baby sister all those years ago. They said I could help get her back peacefully. No trauma to the family. I told them you'd never do that. They could go to hell. And you finally told me what you'd done. I called them back that night.
Why didn't you call me, Niket? We've been through a lot. You could have at least let me explain.
I deserve to know that you'd stolen your sister, Miri. I deserve to know you were with Cerberus. But I had to hear it from your father first.
So you sold her
out.
out.
How much did Miranda's father pay you?
A great deal.
Damn it, Niket! You were the only one I trusted from that life.
He knew you felt that way. That's why he bought me.
So you just took his money?
Don't get holy with me, Miri. You took his money for years.
And y'all's
I knew
involvement.
Eclipse was willing to get their hands dirty. But kidnapping a kid?
I'm not stealing her. I'm rescuing her. Come on, Niket. Let's finish this bitch off and get out of here.
Take your best shot.
I was just waiting for you to finish getting dressed. Or does Cerberus really let you whore around in that outfit?
Whether or not you agree with Miranda, Oriana has been with her family for years now.
Her father can still give her a better life.
You don't know what my father wants for her.
I know that I've been poor, Miri. I didn't much care for it.
He wants to take a girl away from the only family she's ever known. Doesn't that tell you what he really is?
We can solve this
You're
peacefully.
working for Miranda's father. That
Or
means
not.
he knows about Oriana. We need to find a new solution.
Miranda's father has no information about Oriana. I knew you had spy programs in your father's system, Miri, so I kept it private. I'm the only one who knows.
Which means that you're the only loose end. This isn't how I wanted it to end, Niket.
Miranda, wait.
You don't have to do
Don't
that.
want to do this.
This has to end here, Shepard. My father will keep trying to find Oriana.
Maybe Niket can help. Talk to your father. Just say you got here first.
I'll tell him that you hid her. That I don't know where she is.
I never want to see you again, Niket.
Done. Now, if you don't mind, I have a shipment to deliver.
You'll die for that, bitch! They see you, Shepard! Take him down!
Alright, here's the fun part.
Get the cover!
Alright, so we want to take Inyala. This is kind of the same thing as the, that Samara fight. Against, what was her name? Whatever the, that Eclipse later was. kind of the same thing. This person is really annoying. And we want to take her out as fast as possible. Alright, so Miranda's down. Take her out. They both are down now. Alright, so that's cool. You can switch to this. Alright. Where is she? Alright, and Yala's down. Now we're fine. Now we can just focus on finishing off her troopers. I don't remember what the other Eclipse leader's name was that we killed. Trying to find the ship's information, but this fight's kind of the same thing as that. Best thing to do, take out the leader first, take out the one with the most health, that can do the most danger to you. And then you can focus on just finishing off the rest of her troops and be safe, or much safer doing it when you're not having to worry about the all-powerful leader trying to kill you. Not miss that shot. Fine. Yep. Okay, that's not good.
Grabbing cover.
I'm gonna...
Firing now.
No, miss. Here we go. Is there another one? Seriously? Oh, whoa, Samara, that's dangerous.
I want to make sure Oriana and her family get on safely.
I don't think I can even get over that railing. I don't know how you did. Alright, let's just check out the room here. Make sure we don't miss anything as per usual. Make it. I used too many gels, so it'd be nice to replenish at least one of them. Perhaps there's another one around here, who knows. Keep seeing the explosive containers and thinking perhaps. Alright, so trinket, that's what you want. So there's the security terminal over there, and you want to make sure you pick up the trinket first, just to be safe. The trinket is what that woman that's on the phone right at the very beginning of Ilium is after. This locket has a picture of an Asari and a human man. It doesn't look expensive, but likely holds sentimental value. We'll access that. Okay, that should give us credits. Yep. And then the elevator. I've missed that trinket before. You want to make sure you pick that one up.
I can't believe Niket sold me out. I didn't even see it coming.
You couldn't have.
Even with all your upgrades, you're human, just like the rest of us.
But I let it get personal and I screwed up. Why didn't you let me kill him? I could have handled that. But watching him get gunned down by that Asari bitch.
You would have regretted it.
You still cared for him, even if he betrayed you.
You're right. And my father knew it. He used that against me. It's always been like this. My father gave me anything I ever wanted. But there was always a hook, an angle for his long-term plan. I threw away everything he ever gave me when I ran. Except Niket. Weakness on my part?
That is not healthy.
You can't toss aside everything you care about just to be safe.
It's okay, Shepard. My father hurt me, but he didn't break me. As much as he tried to turn me into exactly what he wanted, I'm my own person.
Any other old friends your father might use against you?
No, I cut ties with everyone else. Anyone I'm close to now works for Cerberus. Or you. My father's powerful, but he won't cross the elusive man.
Alright, fair enough. Kept your
Still
sister.
have Oriana.
My father didn't give her to me. I rescued her, but yes, you're right. I still have something. Thank you.
I don't think her sister even knows what
No sign of Eclipse. It looks like we're clear.
what all happened behind the scenes.
There she is. She's safe. With her family.
She doesn't even know she has a sister, I don't think.
Come on, we should go.
You don't want to go talk to her?
Don't you even want to say hello?
It's not about what I want, it's about what's right for her. The less she knows about me, the better.
Yeah, I don't think she even knows she has a sister.
A life. I'll just complicate that for her.
You should speak with her. If she's anything like you, she'll handle it just fine.
She doesn't need any details. But would it really be so bad for her to know she has a sister who loves her?
I guess not.
Go on. We'll wait here.
A heavily armed sister, but you know. That's gonna be a kind of a weird conversation, but it was a good thing that she did. Alright, so Miranda's sister and her family successfully placed at location redacted. Mother's new job pays well enough to ensure comfort and ease. We'll keep Oriana under observation for her safety only. Miranda Lawson is too valuable to Cerberus, and Oriana's well-being is easiest means of procuring loyalty. Miranda remains loyal to Cerberus and now trusts Shepard. And of course we unlocked Slam for Miranda now. A new outfit for her. Machine gun damage. More magical capacity apparently. Increased by 5. Just over 2 hours. We'll talk to a couple people, and Miranda will definitely have something to say now. Oh, we're back on Ilium. Look at that. That's, I think, the first time it's actually just dropped us off back on Ilium and not... I wonder, see, how many credits do I have? Oh, Garrus is finally going to talk to us. Hey, and I can level him up. Alright. Do I want to see Disruptor Ammo, Incinerate, or Slam? Well, obviously, since I use my ammo ability quite a bit, I might actually want to think about doing that first. So let's do that. Ammunition's electromagnetic properties can cause synthetics to critically overload and explode. Or, oh, right, or you can give, your entire squad gains the disruptor ammo's effects, allowing you to catch synthetics and deadly crossfires. I don't usually do that. I don't find it beneficial to me. So I'll just go with that. And, let's see, Slam. Yeah, we'll put some points into that for her. Alright. Alright, we're just gonna check to see how many credits I have. 182. That should be enough.
The rock story of Nasana Dantius has come to a tragic end as the businesswoman was killed in her office. While police have no formal suspects,
I need minimal.
I just want to see. I want to make sure I've purchased everything real quick, and then we'll head back to the Normandy, talk to a few people, and we'll call it good. So we'll probably end around 2:15 or something like that. Like I said, I knew it was going to be a little long, but I wasn't too worried about it. Oh, here we go.
Data. Don't ask, just call it a gift. Just spread the word. The family will be okay.
The amount of relief in his voice is pretty incredible. Just good to help.
The gateway to the Traverse, but is that gate open too wide? Investment may pay a noting concern.
I wonder if that Asari is still there. She is.
All the dangers are... Okay, listen, give Thax a full refund, do you hear me? He knows, I don't know how, it doesn't matter. Credit him a full refund now, and then get your ass someplace safe. Leave me alone, I can't talk to anybody.
Yeah, she was the one who was, shorting Mr. Thax that we tipped off. Alright, let's see
Which
what we
might
can
be fun
purchase.
for you. For me, it's the future.
Yeah,
My
there's
client's
still a
brain strategy is
bunch
big.
of stuff that is expensive. Memories of Ilium, let's see what they have. Nothing. Alright, so I think we can afford this, and that should be
good enough for Eclipse?
everything, I think. Alright, and that leaves us with like 50,000 credits.
I've got a friend in Eclipse.
least so far, that's all
You say
the
these things,
research that we
and
can
I don't
buy,
know.
so...
Maybe it's because you had a battalion father.
The Eclipse mercenary band are facing tough questions after violence erupted at a gang-controlled warehouse. Detective Anaya, assigned to the case, has requested...
I want to talk to this person real quick. I think she kind of complains to us about the fact that we took away her help.
Excuse me, you know where I can find Serena?
She's not here anymore. Oh, you're the one she was helping out. She took a job off-world. Didn't say where. She gave me something for you. Looks like a message.
That's it?
You didn't say anything else?
She just gave me that and left. Not even a goodbye.
Listen.
Hey, Shepard. I was on my way to a new life when the new burst arrived. The bitch is dead. I assume that means your friend is alive and he finished his job. Tell him if I ever see him, I'll buy him a drink.
Alright. I knew there was a reason why I wanted to talk to her. Alright, I think, yeah, we need to go this way. Heading back to the Normandy.
Novacorp has been implicated in a massive financial scandal, with authorities investigating a number of trading irregularities. Novacorp executives did not immediately respond to requests.
We'll head back on over here. We need to talk to this Asari. We found her locket.
Look at how the wind.
Pardon me, I'm dealing with damn Ilium travel bureaucracy.
Were you trying to get them to help you find this locket?
Oh, Stephen, thank you. Thank you so much. My daughter was young when he died. This is the only memento she has of him. Please accept this. It's much less than I would have had to pay the bureaucrats to authorize a search.
It's always nice to help somebody in need. Even if it's just something little sentimental like that.
Terminus orphans and former slaves abandoned by Batarian raiders. For many, the adjustment is difficult, but one man, Conrad Berger, plunged down.
Alrighty, return to the Normandy. Miranda's loyal to us now. Like I said, our fish are just fine. Now that we've had dinner with Kelly, she will take care of it from now on. No more stress and worry about our fish. Until Mass Effect 3, but that won't last long. Because as soon as we get to the Citadel, which is very early on, I pretty much use all of my credits. I just save everything I've gotten to be able to buy the fish feeder thing. It just auto feeds your fish, which is nice.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Alright.
How may I help you, Commander?
Anything I should know?
You have unread messages at your private terminal. Garrus received some news that put fire in his eyes. Maybe you should speak with him down in the main battery. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be
all.
Good luck out there, Shepard.
Alright. Oh, Detective Anaya. Greetings, Commander. I'm not completely sure this will get to you, but thanks again for helping me deal with Samara. The Eclipse mercs have gotten real quiet around here, and my superiors have backed off too. No idea if the two are related, but hopefully the next time I meet a Justicar, I can give her the respect she deserves. I still can't believe I worked a case with one of them. You're a lucky human. If I find any more data on her target, I'll pass it along. Thanks, Detective Anaya. Ilium Law Enforcement. Talk to Joker. You never know if he'll have anything to say or not, but we took Samara out for the first time, so he'll have something to say about her. And I think that should be everything.
So, Commander, you figure Miranda would ever lighten up a bit and... I can't even finish saying it.
I assume everything is going well up here?
Good for now. Fractured my thumb on the mute.
Alright, he's probably just gonna keep saying that for a while, but I don't know. I don't know if he's ever gonna change it, so I guess I'm just gonna keep trying.
What do you think about the people we're picking up?
Well, about the ones you went out with last, I would never say anything against Miranda and expect to survive the reprisal. Samara feels like she could shoot me in a very tranquil way, which does not make me feel any better about it. It's just my opinion, though. There's really no need to go spreading it around.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Shoot me in a very tranquil way. That sounds about right. So Garrus is finally gonna talk to us. So that's nice. don't have to worry about the fish, so we don't need to deal with the captain's cabin. I've bought a bunch of armor pieces and I haven't really looked at them. I might do that next time around before we go and hit the Shadow Broker. Let's see, Samara's this way, so we'll go talk to her.
Shepard,
I wanted to check in.
I am always happy to talk with you.
Tell me about the Justicars.
I'm interested in hearing more about Asari Justicars.
Come on, Shepard, sit down. Relax a little bit.
We hold a unique place in Asari culture. Justicars are from another era. Young Asari grow up watching vids about our adventures. Pure fiction, of course. Some Asari are uncomfortable with us, but so few Justicars exist that most have never met one.
There were only a few Justicars?
Few Asari.
Not many would want to take that code.
Necessary to become one of us, and the training has a high casualty rate. It is a life of constant danger. Throughout the entire galaxy, there are only a handful of us at any time.
I wonder who trains Justicars.
Why would anyone want to be a Justicar?
It is a deeply personal matter. Sometimes the most brutal path is the only honest one.
This code of the Justicar seems central to your life.
It is 5,000 sutras and covers every situation one can encounter. I have memorized every word. There is only the code.
Is it flexible in any
Sometimes
way?
justice calls for mercy.
It does not exist to bring about spiritual enlightenment. Its purpose is to punish the wicked and protect the innocent.
Interesting. Once again, like I said, very black and white.
The Asari I've spoken to seem conflicted about Justicars.
In this age, people see shades of gray everywhere. The code of the Justicar is black and white. I might seem a hero to many, but I would kill all of them if I had to.
Interesting. Yeah, it's very black and white.
What role do you think Justicars have
No
in
mercy
Asari
involved
society?
in it.
I would say that the closest human
You're either
equivalent
good or
is
bad.
a knight-errant in your medieval lore. Perhaps mixed with a bit of samurai.
Killing.
What does your code say about killing?
I am compelled to kill the wicked. If a Justicar is involved, peaceful solutions are long past.
You make killing sound so casual.
I remember each being I have slain. They are always in my thoughts.
Does the code forbid romantic involvement?
No.
It does not. However, I would never be interested in such. That part of my life is well behind me.
You could meet someone who reawakens those desires.
I am nearly 1,000 years old. I know myself and my desires. But your curiosity is quite welcome.
There's no way to romance Samara, but you can actually... She's one of the few characters, I think, squad mates in these games, that you can develop just a very... almost just very good friendship with. Where you've both kind of dealt with some similar things, and so you understand each other very well. And some of that comes out a lot in Mass Effect. It comes out a little bit in Mass Effect 3 as well, especially if you play the Citadel DLC. It's just a very neat relationship. It's Shepard's relationship with Samara. It's almost like they just understand each other really, really well, and so they just work really well as friends. It's a neat relationship. It's one of the few. I don't think I've really seen any other relationship like it in Mass Effect. So it's neat. I like the relationship that Shepard and Samara can have, because it never ever goes near romance, and so they just have like a very deep mutual respect for each other. It's cool.
You know about Knights Errant and Samurai?
When I knew I must leave Asari space again, I studied the history and morals of new species. When I was a maiden wandering the galaxy, humans had not yet arrived.
What do you think of humans?
What did your studies tell you about us?
You are more individualistic than any other species I have encountered. If 3 humans are in a room, there will be 6 opinions.
That's very true.
I like your species. I am curious to see what you will do.
I guess that's all for now.
I should go.
I'm glad we spoke.
Three humans in a room, 6 opinions. That sounds about right. Alright, let's see if Thane's willing to talk about his memory a little more.
Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
If you wish.
The last time we talked, you started speaking about a past event, as if you were watching it.
Drell have perfect memories. We can relive any moment in our lives with perfect clarity. It's difficult to control at times. Some of us disappear into, let's call it solipsism.
What do you mean, solipsism?
When a memory feels as real as life, it's as valid as life. Thinking about a moment brings back the smell of cut grass, the warmth of another's hand on yours, the taste of another's tongue in your mouth. Wouldn't you rather lose yourself in such a memory than spend the night alone, staring at walls of metal and plastic?
What about bad memories?
Isn't there a risk that you could lose yourself in bad memories as well?
Of course. Remembering the times I've taken bullets is unpleasant. But I can look at my knee and see it's not shattered. The memories that are hard to escape are those of despair.
I get it.
Isn't that a rather personal memory to talk about?
Forgive me. Lately I've spent a great deal of time reviewing my life. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable.
I'm not. I just didn't know if you were meant to share more than you...
You can remember everything that happened in your life?
Planned.
I expect if we remembered the birth trauma, we'd never recover from it.
You can relive every assassination you've ever made?
Yep.
In perfect detail. Every mistake I made. Every target's last breath.
That sounds difficult. At any moment you could relive the guilt.
Guilt? No. I've never felt any particular guilt about my contracts. My employers killed them. My body was only the tool they used. If you kill a man with your gun, do you hold the gun responsible?
No, but the gun doesn't have free will.
My gun can't decide right from wrong. You clearly do.
My soul does. But my body is merely flesh. Flesh whose reflexes were honed to kill. Drell minds are different from humans. We see our body as a vessel, and accept that it is not always under our control.
It's a very interesting philosophy, but I'd say I'd have to disagree with it.
So you don't assume any responsibility for the things you do?
Not every action performed by my body is a result of conscious choices. I take responsibility for those that are. Humans often believe in a soul distinct from the body. A spirit responsible for moral reasoning that lives on after the body's death. Our belief is just a bit more literal.
The last time we talked, you remembered one of your assassinations. Something about sunset-colored eyes?
That time. Laser dot trembles on the skull. Spice on the spring wind. Sunset eyes, defiant in the scope.
That one.
A bystander noticed my spotting laser and threw herself between me and the target. She couldn't see me, but she stared me down.
It was unique.
It was odd that you just blurted that out. Just another vivid draw memory?
No. She was a vivid person.
The last time we talked, you remembered one of your assassinations.
A bystander noticed my spotting laser.
So what happened?
Between me and the target. She couldn't see me.
I picked the same option, that's why I skipped through it.
Did you take the shot?
Not that day.
Apparently he doesn't want to tell us anything more right now, so he'll probably go into more detail next time.
I should get back to my duties.
Shepard, I appreciate these chats we have.
You've spent a lot of your life alone, Thane.
Work fulfilled me. Reading. I barely spoke to anyone outside my family. It seems there will be no one to mourn me when I die. You're the only friend I've made in 10 years.
You're a good man, Thane.
The rest of us lose as much as you do when you hold yourself apart.
I found it difficult to sit in the ship's mess for meals. I'm used to keeping my back against a wall, facing the doors. I'm trying to relax. Find my center.
I'm glad that I can help him even in a small way. Miranda, she'll definitely have something to say.
Thanks again, Shepard. Taking the time to help me with my sister. I couldn't have reached Oriana in time without your help. I'm glad Niket tried to redeem himself, for what good it did. Thank you for stopping me, Commander.
What about Oriana?
Are you happy about your sister's relocation?
She has what I wanted her to have. A normal life, and the freedom to choose her own path. And she knows she has an older sister. A friend.
Are you gonna talk to her again?
I honestly don't know. For once, I haven't planned that far ahead. I'll deal with it after our mission. I have to stay focused, and she needs time to adjust to her new home.
What did you say?
You never told me what you talked about.
I introduced myself. Her family was shocked. She adjusted quickly, of course. She's as smart as I am. She plays the violin, loves the adagio movement of Nielsen's Fifth, just like I do. She wants to work in colony development. Told a joke about it. She's really funny. Something we don't share.
Nice to see you smile.
It's funny, I think of you as all business. Good to see that there's a person under there.
The mission's too important to let personal feelings interfere. But thank you, Commander. My sister is safe again thanks in large part to you. I won't forget that.
So I'm thinking... I'm probably gonna try and romance Miranda. That's kind of my plan in any case. It's obviously working, but... like I said, yeah, I usually go with Tally, but every once in a while I'll go with Miranda. I don't think I've ever actually gone with Jack. It's just never crossed my mind to do so. But, yeah, so I think my plan is we'll go with Miranda.
Shepard, I'm glad you came by. I've got something. I may need your help. You remember Sidonis, the one who betrayed my team? I found a lead on him. There's a specialist on the Citadel, name's Fade. He's an expert at helping people disappear. Sidonis was seen with him.
We actually know who Fade is. I'm not gonna spoil that, but, we'll see.
What happened? How did Sidonis betray your team?
He tipped off the mercs, told them where our base was. He drew me out with a false job, then let the mercs hit my team. My men weren't prepared. They tried to hold them off. By the time I got back, there were only 2 survivors. They didn't last long. All 10 of them dead. Because of him.
What are you planning to do when you find him?
You humans have a saying. An eye for an eye, a life for a life. He owes me 10 lives, and I plan to collect.
Is that what you want?
You sure that's how you want to play it?
I'm sure. I don't need you to agree with me, but I'd like your help.
I'll do it.
Where do we find Fade?
I've arranged a meeting. We'll meet him in a warehouse near the Neon Markets down on Zakera Ward. Thanks, Shepard. I appreciate you taking the time to help me.
Alright. Garrus is out for vengeance. An eye for an eye. I want to see if... I don't know if... We haven't talked to Dr. Chalkwist in a while. I don't know if she mentions anything about the drink we had with her or not.
Commander, I very much enjoyed sharing that ice brandy with you. But I hope I wasn't too unprofessional. Brandy goes straight to my head.
It's nice to see you let your hair down.
Guess I hadn't realized how much those feelings needed airing. But I didn't give you much of a chance to vent. So tell me now. What do you think?
Everyone's depending on us. We won't let them down.
They just don't make them like you anymore, Shepard. Well, promise me we'll share a bottle every year. The next one is on me.
Will do. Yeah, I didn't think we'd had that conversation with her yet, so I'm glad I remembered. Alright, then let's see. I'm just gonna see if Tally has anything to say. If not, that's okay, and we'll just end it. So this one's gonna be about 2:30, which is the length of the, I think, episode 10 in Mass Effect 1. So
So, Gabby, what do you think of our new Quarian boss?
Hush, she's right over there.
Ah, she can't hear us with her head in that bucket. Don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful bucket. The whole suit is lovely, quite snug in all the right places.
You know I can hear you.
Huh.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna say anything right now.
Have you got time to talk?
I really need to clean up this engine. Maybe later?
I'll let you work.
Talk to you later.
She probably won't. Maybe after her loyalty mission, she'll have something to say. Either that or after the next mission that we're locked into. So we'll head up to the CIC and we'll call it good for today. And next time around, we're doing the Shadow Broker DLC, which I've been looking forward to doing since we started.
No messages for you, Commander.
Playing this game, so it'll be fun. Throw a save point down. Alrighty. Of course, as always, thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. And I will see you next time when we go on a search for the Shadow Broker.